Hi everyone, I'm Ify Achusim. I'm just here to talk about autism. I have a son who was diagnosed autism. Now he's 5. But never knowing what autism is, when my son starts manifesting these things, it was almost 2 years. And I was like, what is really wrong with my son? He can cry for 2 hours without stopping. So I was like trying to know what the problem was really. I prayed and fast. As an African parent, we believe in God so much. I prayed and fast. I prayed and fasted. I prayed and fasted. But it was as if the thing is becoming worse. So I have to take him to the pediatric. That's the pediatra in Italian. The children's doctor, to really know if they can find out what is wrong with him, because he's becoming terrible, throwing things, nervous, crying hours without stopping, not saying anything. When you even call him, he wouldn't respond. So I was like, oh no, I don't know what is happening to my son. Okay, the pediatrician said you have to go to the infant psychologist to examine him. When we went to the infant psychologist, after a lot of examination, he was diagnosed autism with excess hyperactive. So when we left there, we have to like start looking for a center to put him, like for some therapy to help him, to assist him. So, but as a mother, I said autism. What is autism? I don't know what this was. Though a friend of mine was telling me, that she find out that this thing that is happening to my son is called autism. I say, what is autism again? I don't understand this thing called autism, because I've never had it in my life before, until my son start manifesting these characteristics. So I then said, okay, I'm going to Google it. I went on Google, and BB grammar now, BB goyibo. They start talking, autism, this and that and that and that. I was like, okay, I'm lost. Let me go to YouTube. Now. I'm always on YouTube searching every hook and corners. I put about autism on YouTube. I only saw there is a man, a white man, Kim something something, talking about autism. His son has autism, and the son is already big. I was like hoping to see our African people or a black person talking about this autism, but I did not see anybody. I was so down. Like, I wanted somebody that can explain in my own language, as in Africa, Nigeria, or Ghana, or Cameroon, or Senegalese. Somebody, a parent like me, an African parent like me, that like is going through the same thing I'm going through. I was like hoping to see someone like that. Not that don't misunderstand me, please. Not that I'm praying for any of our African children to have it. But anything is bound to happen to anyone. It's not something you should say, okay, God, let everybody have it. Because it happens to me, I want to see if there is someone else going through the same thing, so I can know what to do. I can take advice. I can know the kind of thing that I should do and not to do. But to my surprise, I never saw anyone like that. Though this platform, now I'm just creating awareness, because there are a lot of people like me. Yeah, people like me that are out there, African parent that doesn't know that something called autism exists. But when I asked, what is really this thing called autism, they said it's a little disorder in the brain, and it can't be seen, like as in microscopic thing checking the brain, putting all the machine in the world. It can't be seen. It can only be diagnosed through what the person is doing, through the person's characteristics, the things the person does. So that was how my son is diagnosed. They check his hearing ability, they check his sight ability, his talking ability, this and that, how he walks, how he behaves. That was how he was diagnosed, and he hardly stay somewhere. He hardly stay quiet in one place. As he is now, my daughter is holding him not to jump here because he's come before to slap me. I'm just trying to say, maybe if anyone knows about this, I've been going through it for 3 years now. I try to, understand my son, try to know what he wants, try to know his dislike, try to adapt to his system, because you cannot do it in shouting. Though it's stressful, nobody will pray to go through such a thing. But it has come. It's not by your own making. So you have to adopt. Tie your wrapper. If it's Nigerian people, we say tie your wrapper tight. You have to tie your wrapper tight and face it squarely, because my son has it. My house can never be in order. I'm always picking things from here and there. When you keep it like my son's own, when you keep something where it ought to be, you go to pick it and put scatter everywhere. I'm always picking, keeping things in order. So I just want to quickly say this thing about autism. A parent, when you see your child behaving the way he doesn't behave before, a child talking before, and the child suddenly stop talking, please, my sister, my brother, quickly take your child to the pediatric and let them carry out a visit on him. When your child is always crying without stopping, please run, because a stitch in time saves 9. If the way my son started, if I was aware that there is something called autism, I would have run so fast. Maybe by now, as God may have it, as God would have it, maybe by now my son would have been far off better than now. So I'm just trying to create awareness to our African parents. When your child starts behaving some kind of abnormal character, walking on the toe, crying without stopping, don't think maybe the child just like crying. Please visit the pediatric. Let them say, okay, there is nothing wrong with the child. Then you can rest. But you need to really find out what it is before it gets out of hand. If you like my video, please thumbs up and subscribe, and tell me what else you would like me to do about this situation called autism with my son. Bye, and see you next time.